Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim. And thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. So today we'll be talking something very important, and it's about Marjorie Taylor Greene, who is actually calling for Jamal Bowman to be, put in prison. And why is she asking for that? Okay, what happened was that Jamal Bowman was he mistakenly rang the emergency bell while leaving the conference hall, and she is calling on Jamal Bowman to be arrested and put in prison, right? And the other video is talking about a palm-colored person also who pupilled people, right? Black people. And since then, they've been going back and forth on what to do to him, right? And this man went to the court, I think I said 2 days ago or something like that, and was crying. And this is a Buffalo shooting, right? The young man Buffalo, right? And how are we talking? A palm-colored woman is saying that a man that mistakenly pressed the emergency bell to be put in prison and locked the prison up, the man that he did not harm anybody, he did not injure anybody, he accepted that it was a mistake, that he did not do it on purpose, but they are saying that he did it on purpose. You know what? Let's get into this video.
If anyone is going to be charged and forced to remain in jail, forced to be serving prison time for obstructing an official proceeding, then Jamal Bowman should face the exact same fate for every single January 6th defendant. He should have told Capitol Police immediately that he made a mistake, as he claimed. But it wasn't a mistake, Mr. Speaker. It was on purpose. It was intentional.
Mr. Speaker, it's really rich to get a lecture from someone about civility who stood on this House floor and screamed and interrupted the President of the United States during his State of the Union, or somebody who continues to circle the wagons and cheer on the insurrectionists who attacked this Capitol violently on January 6th. I was the last person off the House floor on that day, and I saw what happened. And for people to come down here and defend those actions, it is pathetic and disgusting. I want to apologize to the American people. I want to apologize that Republicans are wasting your hard-earned taxpayer money with yet another stupid and meaningless censure resolution instead of doing anything that will help the American people. Jamal Bowman is a good man, a decent man, a kind man. He was rushing to exit a House office building so he could go vote, and he activated a fire alarm in the process of trying to open the door. Did he destroy government property? No. Did he obstruct an official proceeding? No. Did he wield a deadly weapon? No. Did he assault or injure anyone? No. But did he apologize and take responsibility for his actions? Yes, he did. Which is more than we can say for January 6th, when this building was desecrated by an angry mob sent by Trump to overturn an election. And Republican members of this body still act like nothing happened. How disgusting. How offensive it is to the men and women who protect us that my friends on the other side of the aisle continue to act like nothing happened that day. Look, at the end of the day, this has nothing to do with Congressman Bowman, and my friends know that. It is about deflecting from how unhinged this majority is. They had to expel one of their own members last week, for God's sake. The first speaker in history to be ousted. Nothing of any consequence to show for an entire year in the majority. Nothing. You have done nothing. You've wasted time on stupid measures like this. Nothing. Look, this whole exercise is just nuts. For Republicans, it's all about appeasing their orange overlord at Mar-a-Lago who can do no wrong. They don't care about governing. They're unfit to govern. They aren't concerned about the serious and complex issues facing this country, the world, or the people we represent. For them, being in power is all about retaliation and revenge.
Great.
And the destruction of their perceived enemies. It is time for the Republican Party to grow up. Mr. Speaker, I don't want to waste another second on this meaningless resolution. This is pathetic. The Republicans have turned this chamber into a place where trivial issues get debated passionately and important ones not at all. My friends have done nothing, not a damn thing, for the people that they say they represent. How can anybody on the other side of the aisle go home with a straight face and say that you're representing your constituents? You produce nothing for them. You've turned this place into a joke. It is sad that we are here today, and again, I will end as I began by apologizing to the American people. I urge a no vote on this pathetic, stupid resolution, and I yield back my...
So I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. I was going to attempt to do this video with no profanity because I wanted this to circulate, but I'm not going to make it. So let's just start back over at the top. This white supremacist piece of shit is Peyton Glendon. And in May of 2022, Peyton Glendon walked his then 19-year-old racist happy ass into Tops grocery store in Buffalo, New York, with the intent of shooting black people. He proceeded to open up fire and kill 10 black people intentionally, simply because of the color of their skin. Now, this video is not just a recap of what happened on that day in May. It is also updated because this is an election year. But understand, there was no doubt of why Peyton was there or who his target was. He literally left a 180-page manifesto explaining it. Now, this piece of shit was sentenced to life without the possibility of parole in a New York court in February of 2023. He was sentenced after he pled guilty to 15 counts, which included domestic terrorism motivated by hate, murder, and attempted murder. And let's take a look at something that happened during the victim impact of that sentencing of one of the victims in the shooting. There you saw try to get to Peyton Glendon in that courtroom, but you see there was more than enough officers there to restrain him. And now let's get to the updated part of this, because I said this is an election year. And the federal government has decided to prosecute this case. He's already been given life without parole by the state of New York. But the feds have decided to prosecute this case and seek the death penalty this year. Now you ask, well, what is your problem with this, T. Nathan? My problem with this is that a federal grand jury returned a 27-count indictment against this piece of shit in July of 2022. And 14 of those violations were in accordance with the Matthew Shepard and James Byrd Jr. Hate Crime Prevention Act. That indictment, they believed that this piece of shit's actions were motivated by racism, far-right conspiracy theories known as replacement theory, and he wanted to inspire others to commit similar acts. That was in 2022. Let this sink in. The decision to formally seek the federal death penalty in this case has languished at the Department of Justice for over 18 months. As a matter of fact, President Biden campaigned on a platform of formally eliminating the death penalty on the federal level. So I asked, why now? Now, don't get me wrong. I would have actively assisted that young man get to that piece of shit in that courtroom at that sentencing hearing in February of 2023, and this discussion would have been moot. And while you all contemplate that, I would like to take a moment of silence for those 10 victims who lost their lives that day in that grocery store to white supremacy.
What the hell is he crying about? He wasn't crying when he killed those 10 black people. Now he teary-eyed and snotty-nosed, as if we're supposed to feel some sympathy or empathy for him. See, me, I think the death penalty is the easy way out. Personally, for me, people who commit crimes like this should rot in jail for the rest of their life. But him crying is really irritating me. What the hell is he crying about? He wasn't crying when he killed those 10 black people.
I was just talking about this guy to someone. I hope he does get the death penalty. Because I don't want my tax dollars paying for him for the next 40, 50 years. So he can get food, get to go outside and play basketball, get to go to the doctor. No. I mean, like, is there any more evidence we need than that he live streamed him doing this? When he saw a white person in the grocery store, he went, "Oh, sorry," and then went back in the aisles looking for other Africans to hunt. I mean, could we be any clearer on this case? Let's just, let's just end it. I'm sorry, I'm a human rights person, but let's end it. He's done.
What the hell is he crying about? He wasn't crying when he killed those 10 black people.
Cry me a river, oh, cry me a river, oh, 'cause we don't give a fuck. You know how many families you destroyed? You destroyed so many families, baby. You even left the witness that you even destroyed the people that was in the store that you left alive, that went to go hide. Oh, we don't feel sorry for you, boo. 'Cause now, ever since then, nobody even really goes to that top supermarket. 'Cause nobody even feels safe. And the simple fact that that was around the corner from my house, baby, rot in hell. Rot. I want you to cry till you can't cry no more. I want you to cry red. I want you to cry until your face turn blue. 'Cause I'm not buying it. I hope you get everything you deserve. I hope that you cry wet tears so when you go to hell, they can burn up. That's how much we don't care at all. The nerve. You know how many people cried when you killed their family members? You got the nerve to be sitting in court crying. You sad. You sad. You took innocent lives away. And you got the nerve to be crying. The call Cassidy. The call Cassidy. The call Cassidy. The call Cassidy. Because it's the simple fact that you drove hours away from your home to do this. You planned this out. You did this to yourself and you got the nerve to cry. Imagine how all them people felt when you were doing what you were doing to them. Begging and pleading for you not to do it. And you still did it. Go ahead. Cry your life away. And I hope they give it to you. And if they don't, I will still be happy because you're going to do the rest of your life in jail. In those 4 walls and that cell.
So this is all I got from this video. And why is he crying? Because I really don't understand it. Is he crying so people can pity him or have mercy and all that? I mean, are we supposed to think about what to do to him, or are the judges supposed to think about, what to do and how to do it and all that? I mean, it's straight up, when he unalived 10 people, 10 different people from different families, they forgot that he killed somebody's father, somebody's mother, somebody's brother, somebody's uncle, somebody's grandmother, grandfather, and the rest of it, somebody's sister, and somebody want to put up attitude, want to cry and all that. Like the lady said, cry you a river, I really don't care because, what in the hell? Are we supposed to be allowing him to go, going up and down with a court case and all that? Are they not supposed to finalize it once and for all? I mean, straight up. And don't waste people's tax money on somebody. I don't want to say going to the doctor, going to play basketball outside and food and the rest of it. You all know what to do. And for Marjorie Taylor Greene, that woman is just something else. I mean, look at the way she is calling for Jamal Bowman's, like, to be like, oh my goodness, like some people are really very dramatic in this life because somebody mistakenly, rang the, I think, is the emergency bell and all that while trying to leave the hall to vote and all that, and she is calling so that they can execute him. Do this to him, do that to him. But the people that are pupilling people are still going to court up and down and all that. But for somebody to mistakenly press emergency bell, somebody is saying that she is telling that Jamal is supposed to rot in jail for disrupting on. Did Jamal kill anybody? Of course not. Jamal did not do. He did not hurt anybody. He did not inflict any pain on anybody. But Marjorie Taylor Greene, is calling for him to be. He made a mistake, right? And for that reason, they should unalive him for making a mistake. Now, you all can see the privileges and all that. When we talk about white privilege, they think that we are joking, or they think that it does not exist. But this is a clear example that white privilege does exist, and in the highest order, because I don't see how somebody unalive how many persons and they are still dragging it from court to court and all that. But somebody that pressed emergency bell is being called, they are calling to execute him so that he will be in prison for the rest of his life. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.